Well, the scan on this Wednesday morning is showing still some activity. This is just about a mile away from Annapolis City Dock. This is in Annapolis. Our photographer Daryl out there. Daryl, be safe. Certainly lots of folks dealing with this type of standing water. We've been talking this for the last day or so, that it wasn't going to be during the actual times of the storms that we were going to be dealing with the coastal flooding, but it was going to be during times of high tide, and most of them were going to be after the storm and the first high tide of the day, which is right around now for many of the areas. So while we're looking right now at this scan showing some of the last rain moving out of the area and still moving to the east of the metro area and moving toward the bay and to areas down around Annapolis, over toward the eastern shore, still up in northeast Maryland, up toward Elkton, and down right along that 95 stretch. We're going to be dealing with that for a little while. So again, through this morning, the high tide, the next high tide over toward Chesapeake and Tolchester Beach. High tide is going to be at 5:16 this morning, and we're talking about 2 to 3 feet above ground level. City Dock in Annapolis, the high tide currently at 3 a.m. still lingering, and the next high tide will be at 4 p.m. So again, still dealing with those impacts. For Chesapeake Bay up toward Havre de Grace, the moderate flooding there we're expecting. The high tide is not until 8 a.m. this morning, and again about 2 to 3 feet above water level there, and about average water level. And then 2 to 3 feet of inundation as we're looking at the Patapsco River Northwest branch. This is a 5 a.m. high tide. We're going to be dealing with that there. And then as we head up toward Claiborne, we see the 2:32 a.m. high tide this morning. Still feeling the effects of that. That has not subsided just yet. And last but not least, up toward Bowley's Quarters in northeast Baltimore County, high tide 4 a.m. happening right now. And again, we're looking for 2 to 3 feet above dry ground levels. That's what we're dealing with this. So as we're moving into this morning, we're still dealing with the impacts. We're not going to be drying out everywhere just yet. It's going to take quite a while. The wind advisories are in place, so we're dealing with the aftermath of this storm. 49 degrees, but drying out and breezy. And then as we head into tonight, 34 degrees. Temperatures still staying above freezing. That is a positive thing because, again, we'll only be dealing with rain events. We're not talking about freezing and icing over. I want to send it over now to Angela Foster with your First Alert Traffic. Angela, a lot of debris on the roads.